Hello and welcome back to Minecraft with me, DX Phoenix. As you can see, we're in our lovely home, which is kind of getting a little bit crowded, so we're going to need to start moving some things around soon. But before we even start moving things around, there's a couple of things we need to work on. Well, start with these steam dynamos just aren't producing enough power quick enough. Yeah, we've got some power in this basic energy cell at the moment to power our pulverizer and our redstone furnace, but just double check around. One thing I'm wanting to get into, not so much the mob grinder at the moment, but it's going to be the triple ores. And we're going to start laying the foundations for this in this episode. So what we're going to do, we're going to come back into our little home. I'm probably going to be working in here for a fair bit. And well, first of all, we're going to be wanting to look at some better power generation. We can do this with thermal expansion, but I'm thinking about using a different mod. Let's have a look now. Generator. We could use Mekanism with the wind turbines or the wind generators. They're a little bit noisy for my liking. I prefer them a bit further away. Solar panels or advanced solar panels. Yeah, we may get into that. But I'm thinking maybe some of the extra utility generators. They look quite interesting actually. Let's have a look. The very base one is the survival. We don't want that because that's basically similar to the steam dynamos. Furnace generator again. I think it's just a more powerful version to the furnace generator. Culinary generator. Now I know this uses food and produces quite a lot of RF. So I think we're going to go with that. But in order to make the culinary generator, we need some form of plant and a cooked meat. Like so, with some redstone and a furnace generator. Well, to make a furnace generator, we need a machine block, furnace, iron. That's fairly simple machine block. Again, fairly simple. So I think we'll do that. So it's that. Gonna need some redstone. What was it? Got a stack of iron. We needed food as well. Well, no, food's in here, isn't it? So about 5 of those. What was it? Meat. Do I not have any cooked meat? Have I ate it all? Oh, Paul eating it all. Oh, good stuff. It's easy to fix. We'll cook that up. So, I believe it was a chest. Surrounded by iron. Then surrounded by redstone. Or is it the other way around? Let's have a look. There we go. So we've got 4 machine blocks. These will be useful. We'll be needing spares because we can always create more generators. Furnace was... Oh, yep. Furnace generator. I could pick one of those. Well, at the moment they're being used for charcoal generation. That. There. Well, here's our furnace generator. But what was it? Was the culinary generator we wanted? Again, that's fairly simple. Let's pop that in. There. And we just need the meat. Just there. Our culinary generator. Just to test it, I'm going to hook it up. So that is done now. I'm just going to chuck in this. Right, so that's producing, the bread itself is just producing 40 RF. That's outstanding. And let's chuck in the steak. Apparently they can produce 64 RF. Let's check it. That starts. Yeah, 64 RF. So yeah, culinary generator combined with these, that's a lot of energy generation. But I don't know, there's something about the energy cell that's not quite sitting well with me anymore. So what we're going to do, I believe I have Still have one of these. I've got plenty of redstone, I believe. Just grab another half stack. More is always useful. I believe. Well, first of all, let's just go to thermal expansion. What was it we needed again for you? Lead gear. So, 4 of you. I think it was 3 of you. Nope, none of you. That's an old recipe, I'm remembering. You. What was it again? I need an iron as well. That's it, I've got everything, I believe. Or something else. Was it glass? Might have been glass. Wow, I've got my glass. Full. Right, so you, you first. Needed you. Leave it as you. Followed by a block. And that is our energy cell. Our basic energy cell, but I don't want just basic, so let's try and upgrade this. So we can use these. This is the new way in more recent versions of thermal expansion to upgrade, which are the upgrade kits or the conversion kits. Fully upgrades a block to a given tier, whereas these incrementally upgrades a block. So these incrementally boost up, whereas this just like sends them straight up. You can't create the creative, so that's a bonus. Right, so no, we don't want the resonant one just yet. We do want the hardened, and the hardened requires invar and bronze gear. Well, bronze ain't too bad. I do have some bronze still, or do I? Do I not have any bronze? No matter. 4. Oh, sorry, not 4. 1, 2, 3. 1. And here comes the best part about pulverizer. One thing I'm going to need is how do we create invar, which I believe is that one. Invar blend, which is iron and nickel. So it's 1 nickel to 2 iron, which I've got there. Maybe more than that. Have you. And also tin. And what I'm going to do is you. Just going to have it all set up. Just quickly smelt some of this stuff. Could go out to the smeltery, but we're going to stay in the house for now and do all this. And it's also just for you guys to see how some of this stuff is done using the initial mods they're designed with. As we're waiting for that. While I'm waiting, I'll just create the gear. You can just hear in the background that's how Andrea is working wonderfully. That's our invar blend. And what was it we needed for the kit? Not you. That one. There and there. No, we just need 4. That. Now where have I put my crescent hammer? I've put it down somewhere. Where have I put it? No matter. Oh, what have I got? Phoenix, really? You lost your crescent hammer. No matter, it's relatively easy to place another. I'm going to pop this cell down. Now we know that an energy cell can hold 2 million. Just a basic one. Now we've upgraded it. Can hold 4 times. It can hold 8. And it now transfers 4,000 as opposed to the 1,000. That's 8 million. That's a lot of RF. And what's the next one? Reinforced. Just requires electrum, silver ingots. Ooh, hardened glass. How do I make hardened glass? It is obsidian, lead, and pyrotheum. On an induction smelter, obsidian, and lead. We won't go up to reinforced just yet. I think the hardened one will suffice for now. So that one. Can you be hammered? Nope. Well, you can be picked. Yeah. No, that doesn't break it, that's good. We can see something there called grid power when I hovered over that. That's something for extra utilities too, and we will be getting into that in future episodes. And eventually these will be moved out into our new barn stroke workshop. But something we are going to need, just for now, are these. Ender energy conduits. And I'm going to pop this energy cell here for now. I'm going to link this up just there. I'm going to pop our culinary generator just on top. So we've got room to put more power generation machines running around. And I'm just going to use my pick. Might be quicker. Might not be as well. I'm just going to do that much for now. I'll run that from the bottom through to here. And you know what? We're just going to start producing some RF, feeding it into here. Okay, and it's purely just filling up these at the moment. But now I've got that started, there's something else I'm wanting to just get started. And again, we're laying foundations to triple out ores. Just move that to the moment. Now we're going to move away from thermal expansion, and we're going to move over to mechanism. And what we're going to need is not the solar neutron activator. It is not that. I know how to make the machine we need. I'm just trying to find it. And if anyone is having trouble finding stuff, just search it. Metallurgic infuser. It's this. It's just osmium, iron, redstone, and 2 furnaces. We'll just grab enough. 2 furnaces. Just need 1 osmium. This is why we've been making it. Osmium is used for quite a lot of things in Mekanism. There. Now the only part that confused me is how much iron we actually need. Okay, 1 metallurgic infuser. Again, this machine is quite loud. It's another good reason why it's in our barn. And as you can see, a lot of power being generated. And what you can do here, I currently have some coal on me. You can see there's 360 carbon in here now. If I just half 360 or 36, Creates 18. I'm just going to pop that in there for now. Actually, I'm just going to take all of that back out there now. Just the one. It creates enriched iron. You then put that back through a metallurgical infuser. And you get steel blend. Because it's 2 coal per iron makes steel. So what we can do is run that back through there. But then once it gets to here, it's then got to transfer back in. So if I just pop that out, drop in another one there, I'm just going to quickly run back to here. I'm going to shut that door. I'll just grab a stand or 2. Yeah. And we're just going to make another metallurgical infuser. Now you're probably thinking, Phoenix, why are you making 2 of them? Surely 1 is enough. Normally, yes. But you know what you can do? First of all, if you go to here and then click on side panel, so this is the output. This would be going that way. But we want the input and that to be the output. So it goes that way. And you just click on this one, side configure, output, input. So when that finishes, oh, one more thing, because this will not work straight away, as you can see. Hit auto reject on. Oh look, there's some there. You know what we can do? We just run all the way back into here. I'm just gonna grab us some coal, some charcoal. I'm just gonna dump that in there. Or also, instead of using coal, you can make charcoal, and charcoal counts as 2 coal, which is even better resource management considering how charcoal comes in an infinite supply. Hence why we needed a tree farm. Look at that. Steel blend. Now I wonder, does this work across machines? Does this work across mods? If it does, we're going to have something cool. However, go away. Nine monsters. Right, so you've got an input, however you're not set to auto reject. It does. It does, guys. That works. Now we have successfully automated the creation of a steel ingot. I'll dump that in there. That is great news for us. I can then set that like so. And just set that and clear that. And this is great because now we can put a chest on top of here, have that kick out into the top. We can move our pulverizer for the time being to here. which is great. We've automated the creation of steel. So another 70 in there. Yeah. Tell you what, I'm just going to chuck in whatever's left. I'm just going to make that. So that is great. And we need steel, so I'm actually just going to take that now. I'm going to run all the way back. And the confusing part is, to double ores, we really only require 2 machines. One to turn the ore into dust, and the second one to smelt them. But in Mekanism, you require 4 machines to triple ores. And it starts, and one of them is an enrichment chamber, a combiner, no, not a combiner, sorry, an enrichment chamber, a crusher. Where have they all gone? Energized smelter, and a purification chamber are the 4 machines we require. In order to make these, we need to make something called a steel casing, which is osmium, glass, and steel, hence why we needed a fair bit of steel. And also, when I find them again, I'll just go through enrichment chamber. The enrichment chamber is also required to make a purification chamber. So we need 2 of those. And we need the metallurgic infuser to make... Where is it gone? To make the purification chamber, the metallurgic infuser is required to make enriched alloy and advanced control circuits. Not that. The advanced control circuits require more enriched alloy, which I'll get to in a moment, and a basic circuit. A basic circuit is made by combining osmium with redstone. And to make the enriched alloy, you combine iron with redstone. So that may require us having another metallurgic infuser purely for redstone, which isn't that difficult to do. We just need you, 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 and the machine is somewhere. It's a heat generator. Never mind. Hello. No. There's no mobs in here. Fair enough. And we'll find a place to put this. Right. Could even move them along a bit. This can all be rearranged, sorted. I may even label these to make it easier on ourselves. I may even change the way they move. But this is the basis of how we are going to get to the point of using this steel, to create the casings, and in the next episode we will create the 4 machines required to triple our ores. But sadly, it's not just those 4 machines we require. We are also going to need at least one other machine. I'm going to show you it now. Where's it gone? They were along here somewhere. Where's it gone? I have lost it. There. The electrolytic separator. which in order to make is iron, osmium, gold, enriched alloy, more enriched alloy, iron, that's more enriched alloy, redstone, and this, what this does, it splits water into its chemical components of hydrogen and oxygen. Because if you go to, if I just go over to iron for a moment, just to point it out, or can I not do it from here? Yeah. It's an iron clump. You require oxygen in a purification chamber, either a tank or having it pumped in, to create 3 iron clumps from 1 iron ore. This is then used in a crusher to make dirty iron dust, and then that is then used in an enrichment chamber to make either clean iron dust or pulverized iron. You then put that through any smelting process you want. It can be the redstone furnace. We are probably going to use a different furnace. We'll probably use the electrolyzed smelter. We're going to use the proper Mekanism tools to make it, and we're going to get 3 iron per ore. We can then look at later making the processes of quadrupling our ores and then quintupling our ores, so we can go to 4 to 5 times. So eventually we can get it so that 1 iron ore produces 5 ingots. It takes a lot of work, a lot of energy, so we will need, when I say a lot of energy, I mean energy, power generation. So we're going to need a way to create it and store a lot of power to produce, to turn, let me just find something, yeah, let's say an uranium ore into 5 uranium. But it is doable, especially with these. So like how we've got all this copper, imagine this, just 4 times more. Insane. Well, I hope you enjoyed the episode today, guys. If you have, please hit like down below. Again, as always, if you can comment, see what you want to come up in future episodes, it'll be added onto my list of things to do. I can add it even onto the to-do list. And there is you to do comment if you want, or say if you don't want your names to pop up in the episodes, just say so in the comments below. That you don't want me to mention you, that's fine, but I will be updating the to-do list, and anyone that suggests stuff they want me to do, it will go onto the to-do list board outside, and I will put your names underneath saying you have requested me to do this and this is something we are going to do. So in the next episode we're going to work on tripling our ores, and between episodes I'm going to be mining and getting ores for us to triple. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. I'm DX Phoenix, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.